Hi, John Bennetts here. I want to share something with all my musician friends on Facebook. Now, I normally don't put videos up onto my Facebook profile, but YouTube have just released a new tool in the video editor. Now, I really want you to know about this because it's something you can add to your existing videos. You can add it so that you can send your fans or potential fans off to other videos that you have. You can send them to your merchandising page. You can also send them to your website where they can listen to more of your music and download your music. So it's a great tool, so stick around for this. So here we are on a YouTube channel of Vincenzo Martinelli. He's a friend of mine and I'm doing some coaching work with him, and he's allowed us to go and have a look at his channel. To look at cards, we simply go up to Video Manager and we need to find a video. Now, the video I've chosen is a video that he's using to give away 3 songs as a gift. Now, this is the perfect song to experiment with, so I'm just going to click the edit button. And then once we're in here, we go up to cards. Now, because on this video, it has Vincenzo speaking about his gift that he's giving to people. And then we have a call to action. Now, I'll show you from where the call to action is. It basically is to go to the website and get their free gifts. So we're just going to go back to the start of that little section right there. And we're going to put in a card right here. So these are the different aspects of cards. Associated website, where you can connect your website to your YouTube channel, and you must get that verified through Webmaster Tools. You can click through to a fundraising site, merchandising, video, or a playlist. So for this, because he wants to give away these songs in return for people's names and email addresses, then what we're going to do is click Create on Associated Website. Now, it asked us to put the website URL. So I'm going to go across to his website now, and the URL that we want, if we click through on his slider, is the second slide on here, and it's this one here. It's My Song, Your Gifts, and there's a download button. So if we click that download button, it takes us straight through to my gift page. So this is the area where we want them to go to, so they can put their name and email address into that area there. So what we need is the URL. So it's going to copy that and go back into YouTube, and we're going to paste that into here. Okay, now it wants us to put a message in here and a call to action and upload an image. So firstly, we're going to upload an image. Here's the album cover that we saw before. Then we want to put a message and a call to action. Now I've already written these out. Download Vincenzo's gift of 3 songs, and the call to action is going to be download your gift now, and we'll see where they appear. And then we go create card. Now you can see it says download your gift now. That is the call to action that happens at that particular part in the song. So if we just play it through a little bit, comes to that part, up comes your call to action. Then if we click on that, let me stop this. If we click on that, you'll see it says download Vincenzo's gift of 3 songs. So if we now click on that, it takes us straight to his page where we want them to put their name and email address in to claim their gifts. The reason for doing this is, number one, you don't own YouTube and you don't own Facebook. You don't even own your rights to your channel. If you break the service agreement for either of those social media platforms, you can lose your YouTube channel or you can lose your Facebook page. So the only way you can really maintain and be sustainable is to get all your fans' names and email addresses, and you do that by giving them a gift of something that they really want. So give them some really good music, give them something that you think is really cool. Okay, back into here again. Now we can add more than one card. So if we come through the video a little bit more, I'm just going to click out of that. So this time I'm going to put another card up, and I want them to go to a page that has an album on it, and I'm going to choose the El Toro album that he's got. So add a card, again, associated website. This time we're going to go to El Toro. And now this is his sales page for El Toro. You'll see it's got his album cover. It's got a buy now to purchase the album, description of the album. You can listen to each one of the tracks on there and you can buy them all without going anywhere else except on his website. So we want to grab this URL up top and then we want to go back to YouTube and we want to put that URL in here. Okay, and there it is. Now we want to also upload the album cover. So if we go back over to his El Toro, we want that album cover to be added to it. I'm using 350 by 350 pixel size, and I'm using JPEGs. You can use PNGs and also GIFs for this. So for this one here, I want our call to action to be listen to El Toro album, because if they listen to it, they might just buy it, and because it's a good album. And then up here, I want to give them some more information. I want them to listen to tracks from El Toro album by Vincenzo. Okay, so create card. Now you can see in the timeline here, towards the end, and it says download your gift, but in actual fact, when we start going back through here and we play from here, listen to El Toro album. So as it comes across each one, it actually gives you the call to action. Now if I open that, there is the album cover, listen to tracks from El Toro album. So if we click on that, of course it takes them straight to his El Toro page where they can listen to his tracks, buy individual tracks and or buy the album. You'll notice on here also that we've put his other albums. So at all times, you can see all of the music that he has. Okay, we're going back now to YouTube, and we'll notice here that both of those are on this one little slider on the side here. The little I button, the little information button, will stay up the top there, and this is something you'll see a lot on videos from now on. Other cards you can do, you can go to Fundraising Sites. So if you're doing any fundraising, simply hit create, and then you'll see link to a project to one of our supported fundraising sites. Now, these are called whitelisted external URLs. So for fundraising, you'll see all the lists. They give you all the list of fundraising sites. Now, if you've got a cause that you're doing on change.org or somewhere, then you will have your own separate page on one of these websites, but it must have like change.org at the beginning of it, and then it'll have a / and whatever your cause will be. Now merchandising, if you have t-shirts, and a great place for musicians is Teespring. So let's look at the merchandising sites that they have as whitelisted. There are a lot of them. The one that I really like is called Teespring. And Teespring, you can get t-shirts created, and if you're not doing this for your band, then you really need to have a look at Teespring. Again, it'll be teespring.com / your t-shirt, your band name, whatever that's going to be. So once you have that, you can put that URL into here. So when they click on the card, it'll take them straight through to the Teespring website, and they can purchase your t-shirts or your merchandising caps, etc. Okay, the next one is videos or playlist. So if you want to put a video in, it shows all the videos that are on your channel that you've actually uploaded. If I want this one here, have you ever really, highlight it, create card, and now that is in there. Suggested, have you ever really loved a woman? So that comes up when the video is playing. So when your video starts playing past there, it comes up. It's up there for a few seconds. And then the I information button stays up there, and there it is. So if we click on that, it'll take us straight through to his next video. The next one we can do is to add a playlist. Click on playlists, and then these are the playlists that we've created on his YouTube channel. So you just want to have all his videos. He's got 9 videos on there. So we just highlight it and then create a card. We just go back a bit before it and play, and you'll notice up top it says, when it gets there, Suggested Vincenzo Martinelli, classical and Spanish guitar. So that's his playlist. So if we click on the playlist, it says play all. So you can click straight through to there and you'll see his entire playlist. They're going to build this out more, so they'll probably put up the subscribe button. So at the moment it's in its infancy, they're just testing it out. But as soon as they've got this together, they're going to start getting rid of all of the annotations. So annotations up here, they've let us know that they're going to get rid of that. So start adding cards now. Hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can just leave them in the comments. I'll see you soon.